Alright guys, welcome to another video game pickup video. No, this is not the Amazon/eBay video. I went down to Knoxville, and if you've, again, watched my channel and my pickups, you knew that last year, around July or so, I frequented a couple of stores. I frequented a store called Packard's in Knoxville. I went to Mckay'S, where not only did I buy games, but I also bought DVDs and I bought books. And I went to a store here in Pigeon Forge called, oh boy, what's it called in Pigeon Forge? Control Freak. So I did the same rounds today. First, this is the first video I'll do, and I'll go right on into the Mckay'S pickups. Now, I had a couple other pickups from here that I'm not going to show you because I already had them. And before I go into the pickups, I'm going to go on this rant. I've talked about over the past few videos this app for iOS called Retro Collector. And I would say, now look, I don't know if it's happening to everybody. I know it's happened to me multiple times. I'm not happy about it. If anything, it's cost me money. I'm going to send another email to this guy who created this app, because each time he tells me, oh, listen, you know, there's going to be another quick update. It's going to fix all these issues, blah, blah, blah. Try doing this, try doing that. But I shouldn't have to. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to. So what's going on here is, and this happened to me as soon as my iPad mini, which I fucking loved, as soon as the screen just went on it, I had to upgrade. They didn't have iPad mini here in the Verizon store in Sevierville, so I went to the regular iPad. I'm not a fan of it. I love the mini. I wanted the mini. They didn't have it in stock, but I needed my apps. I needed to be able to do this. So the bottom line is, what it would do is there's sections to each system. You have the all games section. You have the collection section, which means everything in your collection. You have the wanted section, which is all the games that you're missing that you need for your collection. And what it would do is it would take games out of my wanted section and then replace them with games that I never wanted to begin with. Then it would take games that I had in my collection, delete them, and then put different games in there that I never had. And then it would take those games and put them in the wanted section, so I thought I still needed them. And a couple times, this only happened as soon as I moved to the regular iPad. I thought it was the iPad that was doing it. On top of the fact that when you enter in a game, which is literally a press of a button, it takes like 45 seconds to a minute for it to register, and it freezes. And it's painstakingly horrific, where you literally, if you're inputting 30 games, whereas before it would take 3 seconds maybe, it's taking you a half hour to input 30 games. It's unacceptable. The slowdown is beyond belief. And the fact that it will delete your games and then put them in a different section and then think that you need them again. So suffice it to say, long and short of it is, for a while it stopped. And what I would do is I would every time I would fix it, I would write down the number of games for each system that I own that's on that app. That way I knew that if I opened it up again and it was different, I knew there were shenanigans. So for a while it stopped, but now that I've collected again here early in 2019, it's starting up again. It's starting up again, it's adding games, it's deleting games. So suffice to say, long and short of it is, there are, let's see if I can find them over here. I want to say 4 games that were my mistake, four games that were the app's mistake, and 1 game that's my mistake. My mistake cost me $8.95 plus tax. The 4 games that the app cost me, I want to say are right around $50. Not only that, that's not including the mistakes I caught when I went to go buy a game and I'm like, wait a minute, I know I have that game. Or I clicked on it and it already said I owned it, but it was in my wanted section. Like it didn't update. So I'm pissed. But anyway, let's go into the video. I'm going to email this guy. He's a guy from like Finland or some country, Petchor, and his last name's like 70 letters. And again, this only started when my iPad mini broke and I had to go to the regular iPad. I don't know if that's the thing. I don't know if the regular iPad, if there's a difference or if it's just a coincidence, but I never had that issue on the mini. So anyway, let's go right on into the games I got at Mckay'S. And I got a bunch I needed. I'm pumped. When I went there for the first maybe 3 rows of PS3 games, I'm like, oh boy, this is going to be rough. But then I was able to find a bunch of stuff I really needed, and I'm pumped about it. So, and if you guys have never been to Mckay'S, go there. If you live in Tennessee, East Tennessee, you already know about it, but I mean, it's just awesome. And for those of you who have never heard of it, it's like this giant warehouse almost. It's not a warehouse, but it's a gigantic frickin' building. 2 floors, at least. There might be a third, but I didn't see one. On the first floor, you walk right in. There's a huge electronics section filled with retro games behind glass cases, like you'd find at any mom-and-pop retro store, and third-party controllers and iPads and all sorts of shit. And then there's rows and rows and rows of games for the PS3, the Wii, the DS, the Xbox 360, the PS4, the Xbox One, PS2, all that stuff. Any retro, oh, and then there's loose carts. There's loose Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, Atari, all that shit. And then there's rows and rows of DVDs. And then if you go further down into the store, I mean rows, I'm talking rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of DVDs. And when you go further down into the store, there's a huge, giant book section. And then if you go upstairs, I know there's vinyl, I know there's anime, there's a whole bunch of stuff. And then they introduced, it might have been there already, there's a huge, not a huge, but it's 2 shelves of, or 2 rows of toys, like Pop Funkos and other sorts of gadgets. So check it out. But anyway, let's get into the pickup. So apparently I needed this for the longest time, but I was finally able to get it there, found it there. It's PS2, the only PS2 game in the bunch, and we got Iron Man from Sega. So, you are a one-man army. Dynamic combat on open battlefields, fly into fiery airborne combat, and your suit is the ultimate weapon. Unleash your arsenal as Iron Man with complete freedom to fight anywhere and go between ground combat and open-air flight at any time. Customize your suit and head into battle against armies of fighter jets, tanks, advanced weaponry, and supervillains. Go to Sega.com. Iron Man PS2, simple stuff. Oh, and by the way, the prices you'll see on all these games, they're each game... 90% of what I purchased, I actually got deals on. And so, for example, when I say by deals, their games in the app are worth more than what I bought them for, which is pretty cool. The only DS game of the bunch is, and it's in terrible condition, but for $1.95 I'll make an exception. The box, I mean, is in terrible condition. Disney's American Dragon, Jake Long, Attack of the Dark Dragon from Buena Vista Games. Wireless DS multi-card play 2 to 4. Battle the Dark Dragon in the Ultimate Duel. Transform Jake into the American Dragon and spew scorching fire. Take flight in full 3D dragon stages. Unique combat system allows you to release fireballs, perform jump attacks, and swipe your dragon tail. Basic reading ability is needed to fully enjoy this game. So, BVG.com. Again, DS. I think I have this sealed for the 3DS. I think I have this for the Game Boy Advance, I'm sorry, sealed. But I have the DS now, finally. I mean, it's a common game, but apparently not. Alright, we'll go into the Wii games next. Finally was able to pick up Disney's Planes, from Disney, obviously. Team up and fly with some of your favorite Planes characters. You got join Dusty and friends in heroic flying adventures, and compete against your friends in air rally races from above the world of cars. You can go to disney.com/videogames and disney.com/planes videogames. So, Planes for the Wii. Next up, also from Disney, we have Wreck-It Ralph. I was able to get this from Activision. Disney's Wreck-It Ralph on Blu-ray Combo Pack March 5th. Help Ralph earn the recognition he deserves before it's game over. Play as powerful Ralph or handy Felix. Venture through exciting worlds inspired by the film. Accumulate medals for your trophy collection. You can go to Activision.com. Wreck-It Ralph for the Wii. Next up for the Wii, we have Sesame Street Elmo's Musical Monster Piece, the video game from WB Games. Create a musical monster piece with Elmo and his Sesame Street friends. Play instruments, explore music, and dance with Elmo, Abby Cadabby, Count Von Count, and the Honkers as they travel through a music-themed land of wonder. Learn about different styles of music as well as instrument and sound identification. Dance to various rhythms and beats using simple Wii movements. Use a second Wii remote to drop in and assist when needed. Monitor your child's gameplay with the parent's page tracking, and game difficulty adapts to your child's level. I wonder, it's interesting when they say that. It's like, okay, my child's level. Imagine like a grown person playing this game. Like, how would it adapt? You know what I mean? Just immediately go to the hardest difficulty. Next up, we have Rita Rabbit Preschool. Introduces early learning concepts one step at a time. This is from Graffiti Entertainment Incorporated. Sparkle Star Rescue. Join Rita Rabbit and Sam the Lion as they help the colorful characters of Sparkalot restore the missing sparkles to the land and sky. Features: educational mini-games designed to teach basic preschool skills including letters and sounds, matching attributes, shapes and colors, creative expression, and counting. Multiple difficulty levels for each mini-game that can be changed at any time. Full video cutscenes and voice acting throughout the game. Simple controls using the Wii Remote. So, Graffiti Entertainment gives us Rita Rabbit Preschool. Next up, Scarface: The World Is Yours from Sierra. Be the original, be Tony Montana. They thought you were dead, but Tony Montana don't die so easy. Sosa took everything you had. Now you've got nothing, but that never stopped you before. You're back with a vengeance, ready to reclaim your turf and rebuild your empire. All you've got are your balls and your word. Live the turbulent life of the infamous Cuban drug lord who redefined the American dream in an original explosive script by famed screenwriter David McKenna, who also wrote Blow and American History X. Climb your way back to the top through savvy deals and brutal intimidation. First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get revenge. Use gestures with the Wii Remote and nunchuck controllers to insult, intimidate, and fight enemies the way only Tony can. Beat down, blow away, or run over your enemies with Tony's signature style and flair. Use the Wii Remote and nunchuck together to wield your chainsaw. Experience the lavish lifestyle of a crime boss. Hire henchmen to do your dirty work. Explore the open worlds of Miami and the islands. So, Scarface the game, or ScarfaceGame.com. And again, from Activision, Vivendi Games, or Sierra and Vivendi Games, we have Scarface: The World Is Yours. Next up for the Wii, from Warner Brothers, we have Looney Tunes Acme Arsenal. Bring out the big guns. Tag team with the Toons to stop the evil scientists from wiping out the past and destroying the future. Rocket through the ages, explore loony worlds, and command an enormous arsenal of Acme weapons. Play as Bugs, Daffy, Taz, Marvin, and more. Over 15 pick-up and play Acme weapons plus a range of upgradable melee weapons. Take on the evil scientist solo or in two-player co-op mode. Battle your friends in Looney Arena battle mode. Race a jet scooter through space or wage a battle in a sidecar motorcycle. So, from WB, you got Looney Tunes Acme Arsenal. Next up for the Wii, we have Water Sports from Game Mill Entertainment. It's compatible with the Wii Balance Board, sold separately. Watercraft racing, kite surfing, windsurfing, wakeboarding. Grab your gear and head for the open water. Experience the world's most popular water sports. The Wii Balance Board puts you in the action with multiple levels of difficulty, so anyone from 6 to 96 can join the fun. Experience your favorite sports with the Wii Balance Board. Wakeboard, windsurf, kite surf, and more around the world in exotic locations. Single-player, multiplayer, and cooperative modes. Wii Balance Board sold separately with Wii Fit. Water sports. And then lastly for the Wii, got this sealed, and I'm pretty happy. It was only $18. The seal's a little bit broken at the top, but other than that, we're good. It is the Skylanders Superchargers Racing Starter Pack, and I got Bowser as an amiibo. So I'm pretty happy with that. It's $18 I paid. Activision made this for use with compatible Nintendo systems only. See back for more details. Choose your Skylander, place on the new Portal of Power, and bring to life in the video game. And then we turn it around. Ready, set, race. Skylanders, start your engines. The infamous race promoter Pendergast has challenged the best racers in Skylands to come forward and test their driving skills in a head-to-head, no-holds-barred driving competition. Race across land, sea, and sky for the ultimate prize, a mysterious token of immense power. Kickstart your Skylanders adventure into overdrive with Skylanders Superchargers Racing. So you get Supercharge combo, match character and vehicle to supercharge. 3 types of vehicles available, land, sea, and sky. Bring the Skylanders to life. New Portal of Power. It features powerful Supercharger Skylanders, dynamic Skylanders vehicles, land, sea, and sky vehicles, and racetracks. Also works as an amiibo figure. An epic and expansive racing adventure, high-octane combat racing. Use superchargers to modify vehicles. Fun and challenging racing events. Race with your friends. 40-plus Skylanders and vehicles to collect, such as Splatter, Splasher, and Splat, Big Bubble, Pop Fizz, and Soda Skimmer, Burn Cycle and Lava Lance Eruptor, Spitfire and Hot Streak, Clown Cruiser, Hammer Slam Bowser, and Turbocharged Donkey Kong Barrel Blaster. You can go to Skylanders.com. And there you go. So I got that sealed, so I'm pretty happy with that purchase. And then for the PS3, now this is a game that I don't know how on earth I didn't have. I don't even know if I played it. Could have sworn I had it for my collection. And you know, the more I think about it, watch me have this for the 360. Let me just see something here. If I have this for the 360, now I'll know why. and I don't need it. I'll tell you what it is anyway. But let's see, do I have it for the 360? Shame on me if I do. I think I checked this before and I didn't, but no, I don't. This is so weird. I don't have it. Huh. I don't know. I don't know how I don't have it for the PS3, but I never did. So I don't know if I had it once before. Anyway, let's go on into it. And this is a game that I'm now going to have to play. Virtua Fighter 5. Huge Virtua Fighter fan. I don't know how I never had this, but Sega made it, obviously. Take on the world's most elite fighting champions. Rise through the ranks in the 5th World Tournament with lightning-quick combos and complex martial arts moves. Fight as one of 17 characters and master their specialized fighting styles in the most realistic Virtua Fighter ever. So, fight on stunningly realistic stages from around the world. Compete against 17 fighters, including 2 new characters. Earn items to customize your fighter and show off your expertise. Sega.com. Again, I don't know why I don't get it. I don't know why I never had it. I don't know what's going on with that. But next up, NBA 2K18 with Kyrie Irving on the cover. $28 used. I'll gladly take it. It has the little pamphlet, so thank God. Legendary teams. The greatest players in NBA history from all 30 teams, together on all-time franchise rosters for the very first time. Compete in quick game to decide once and for all which franchise's all-time greats reign supreme. My Team Gold Booster. Start off your career with a free Gold Booster featuring 5,000 VC and a Gold My Team pack, guaranteed to contain a gold-rated player card and 4 additional gold items. 2K Beats. An electric mix of tunes from around the world featuring Future, Kendrick, Lamar, Shakira, Nas, Def Leppard, and many more. Play your way. Show off your skills in a variety of game modes, including My Career, My Team, The Association, Blacktop, and much more. And it shows Isaiah Thomas as a Cavalier, and obviously Kyrie in the Celtics uniform. They made 2 versions of this. When the game first came out, he was on the Cavs, or was about to come out, he was on the Cavs, and then they had to quickly make him with the updated Celtics jersey. So, next up, we have Lego Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars from LucasArts, Telltale Games. The saga continues. Build, battle, and laugh your way through the Star Wars universe like never before. Play in levels spanning the entire Clone Wars era, including Seasons 1 and 2 of the hit animated TV series. Build your army and defend your bases in the biggest LEGO Star Wars battles ever. Brand new multiplayer modes enable you to play with friends in all new ways. So, www.legostarwars.com and www.videogames.lego.com/SW. LEGO Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars. Next up, we have LEGO Batman the Video Game from Telltale Games and Warner Brothers. Gotham City is falling to pieces. Play as Batman and a sidekick Robin as you build, drive, swing, and fight your way through Gotham City. Then jump into the story from the other side and play as Batman's foes. There is no rest for the good or the evil. Master unique superhero power suits, moves, gadgets, and weapons. Take control of favorite vehicles like the LEGO Batmobile and LEGO Batwing. Explore your mischievous side as you wield the powers of your favorite villains. So, LEGO Batman the Video Game for the PS3. Next up, we have the dual pack Batman from Rocksteady and WB Games. The greatest hits version, Batman Arkham Asylum and Batman Arkham City. Batman Arkham Asylum, Welcome to the Madhouse. Game of the Year bonus content includes 4 extra challenge maps, Scarecrow, Nightmare, Crime Alley, Totally Insane, and Nocturnal Hunter. And Batman Arkham City, No Escape from Arkham City. Game of the Year bonus content includes Harley Quinn's Revenge, Catwoman Pack, Robin Bundle Pack, Nightwing Bundle Pack, Challenge Map Pack, and Arkham City Skins Pack. So there we are. We have that. Happy to get this. It's expensive online. I only paid $14 for it, $14.95 here. Hot Shots Golf Out of Bounds. More fun than a hole-in-one. Tee off in the mountains, in the desert, and along the coast. New shot system offers unprecedented control. Online tournaments up to 50 players. All the crazy characters and caddies imaginable. HotShotsGolf.com. Hot Shots Golf. And I believe this is the last entry into the series. I don't think there was one for the PS4. I know there was one for the PS Vita, and I have it, but I don't think there was one for the PS4. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pinball Hall of Fame, the Williams Collection from Crave Entertainment. This still had a little bit of the plastic left on it, but it is not sealed. The award-winning pinball franchise rolls to your next-gen console. The glory days of pinball are back and better than ever in Pinball Hall of Fame, the Williams Collection. New tables, more features, high-def graphics, the only choice for pinball aficionados. An incredible game that deserves to be included in your game library, says Gaming Nexus. You must own Pinball Hall of Fame, the Williams Collection, says Gaming Age. Play classic Williams tables from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, faithfully recreated for the next-gen gamers. Choose your favorite table, including Black Knight, Gorgar, Taxi, Sorcerer, No Good Gophers, Firepower, Pinbot, Whirlwind, Medieval Madness, Funhouse, Space Shuttle, Jive Time, Tales of the Arabian Nights. Unlock extra features and bonus items throughout the game. Compete in multiplayer tournament mode up to 4 players. So, from Crave, we have Pinball Hall of Fame, the Williams Collection for the PS3. Next up, this is worth about $63 in my app. I paid $54 for it, and it's used because it's rare to find complete. NCAA Football 14 featuring ESPN, and if I'm not mistaken, this was the last college football game ever made because of the NCAA would not allow EA to make them anymore with people on the cover. So, play true to your team. NCAA Football 14 unlocks the unpredictability and innovation of the college game, the new physics-driven animation system, and a completely re-engineered spread and read option. Game influence the outcome of every moment, allowing you to stay true to your team. So, new dynasty, play your way with unprecedented depth and strategy. NCAA Football Ultimate Team, assemble your roster with campus heroes across generations. EASports.com/NCAA-football. So, complete, obviously. Next up, Injustice Gods Among Us from WB Games and NetherRealm. When I started, I never was going to buy this because I had no interest in this, but then when I started collecting, when I started to get into the Marvel universe, the MCU, I said, you know what, and I had games like already, like I had Batman for the Game Boy and stuff, so I'm like, you know what, even though it's DC, I know the difference. But I said, you know what, I had Spider-Man, let's put it there, well, it's both DC and Marvel, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I said, you know what, I'm going to start collecting for each DC, try to get every DC game, every Marvel game, and I have to get this, obviously, so eventually, maybe when I retire, I'll play it. It's not up on the... I know it's a great game. I've heard unbelievable things about it, obviously, but it's not high on the list personally for me. But what if our greatest heroes became our greatest threat? Bring the pain. Launch special moves and so powerful even superheroes will suffer. The world is your weapon. Interact with everything around you as your powers send opponents crashing through cars, buildings, and even Earth's atmosphere. Over 20 heroes and villains control the incredible powers of DC's greatest icons in a battle of epic proportions. 2012 Best of Game Critics Award winner and E3 2012 Best Fighting Game. So, $5.95, why not? Well, I needed it. It's not like why not, but if I didn't need it for $6, yeah, you definitely buy it. Toy Story 3, only on PlayStation. It was a PlayStation exclusive, and you can play as Zurg. Unleash your imagination, introducing Toy Box mode. Play your way in the open world of Toy Box. And story mode, dive into heroic adventures from Toy Story 3, the movie. Play as Zurg only on the PlayStation 3 system, Disney.com/videogames, and Disney.com/Toy Story videogames. Now, they had a Toy Story game for the Wii, but I think it was called Toy Story Mania, which I have. Next up, Street Fighter 4 from Capcom. Let's do this. Street Fighter is back and packed with genre-defining 2D gameplay, stunning 3D graphics, and iconic characters battling all new fighters. The real challenge starts now. So classic moves plus all new focus attacks and ultra combos, worldwide online matches. You can go to Capcom.com and StreetFighter.com. Street Fighter 4. And then lastly, the last game on this list, we have Sonic Generations. Now, if you watched my other video, I had the Greatest Hits version. Now I have the Black Label as well. 3D compatible from Sega. 2 Sonics, 2 ways to play. Spin, attack, and dash and non-stop platforming action as classic Sonic, and experience supersonic speed as you grind, slide, and boost as modern Sonic. For the first time ever, 2 Sonics in one epic game. A mysterious new power sends Sonic back in time, where he runs into his original classic self. Now they must embark on the ultimate time-bending adventure to defeat their enemies, save their friends, and find out who's behind it all. Take on infamous bosses and mysterious new enemies. Amazing high-definition graphics, also playable in 3D. Unlock new challenges and adventures. And celebrating the 20th anniversary of Sonic, so there you go. So those are the games I got at Mckay'S. Pretty damn good pickups. I mean, nothing noteworthy really for me. Nothing noteworthy for maybe you guys, but for me, definitely stuff I can cross off the list. And hilarious as it sounds, I'm almost done with both the Wii, which I have a ton of games for now, and I got a lot more stuff coming through eBay. I went through the list, and like the original Xbox, I think I'm maybe 2 games away from collecting all the games I need for that system. GameCube, very close. Saturn, Sega CD, extremely close. So you guys might see some collection videos coming soon. But stay tuned. Next up will be the other 2 stores I went to. Thanks for watching, guys. A like would be super appreciated. It really will help the channel. And any comments or suggestions, please be sure to leave them. I respond to every single one I can. Thank you, guys. We'll see you soon.